भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा। टुडे वी कंटिन्यू इन श्रीमद् भागवतम, canto 2nd, chapter 5th, the cause of all causes. Shloka Kramanka 34 and 35. We try to understand in two shlokas back. Devotional infallibility and the limit of material attainment, Brahma's humility and Krishna's supremacy. Varsha Puga Sahasra Ante
वर्षपूग सहस्त्र अन्ते
Tat Andam Udaka Ishayem
तत् अंदम उदक
Udake
केशयम्
Kala Karma Swabhavastha
कालकर्म स्वभावस्थः
Jiva Ajivam Ajivayet
जीवः जीवम् अजीवयत्
Sa Eva Purusha Tasmat
स एव पुरुषः तस्मात्
Andam Nirbidya Nirgataha
अंडं निर्भिद्य निर्गतः
Sahasra Uri Agribahu Akshaha
सहस्त्र उरी अंघ्रिबाहु अक्षः
Sahasra Anana Shirshavan
सहस्त्र आनन शीर्षवान्
Varsha Puga Sahasra Ante
वर्षपूग सहस्त्रान्ते
Tat Andam Udaka Isham Udakeshayam
तद् अंडम उडकेशयम्
Kala Karma Swabhavastha
कालकर्म स्वभावस्थः
Jiva Ajivam Ajivayat
जीवः अजीवम् अजीवयत्
Sa Eva Purusha Tasmat
स एव पुरुषः तस्मात्
Andam Nirvidya Nirgataha
अंडं निर्विद्य निर्गितः
Sahasra Uru Angri Bahu Akshaha
सहस्त्र ऊरु अंघ्रिबाहु अक्षः
Sahasra Anana Shirshavan
सहस्त्र आनन शीर्षवान्
Varsha Puga Sahasra Ante Tat Andam Udakeshayam Kala Karma Swabhavastha Jiva Ajivam Ajivayat Sa Eva Purusha Tasmat Andam Nirvidya Nirgataha Sahasra Uri Agri Bahu Akshaha Sahasra Anana Shirshavan. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण वर्षपूग सहस्त्र अन्ते तद् अंडम उदके शयम् कालकर्म स्वभावस्तः जीवः अजीवम् अजीवयत् स एव पुरुषः तस्मात् अंडं निर्भिद्य निर्गतः सहस्त्र उरु अंघ्रिबाहु अक्षः सहस्त्र आनन शीर्षवान्
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Thus, all the universes remain thousands of aeons within the water, the causal ocean, and the Lord of living being entering in each of them caused them to be fully animated. The Lord Mahavishnu, although lying in the causal ocean, came out of it and dividing himself in Hiranyagarbha, he entered into each universe and assumed the Virat Rup, thousands of legs, arms, mouth, heads, etc. Purport. The Lord is described here as the Jiva because he is the leader of all other Jivas, living entities. In the Vedas, he is described as the Nitya, the leader of all other Nityas. The Lord's relation with the living entity is like that of the father with the sons. The sons and the father are qualitatively equal, but the father is never the son, nor is the son ever the father who begets. So, as described above, the Lord as Garbhodakshay Vishnu or Hiranyagarbha super soul enters into each and every universe and causes it to be animated by begetting the living entities within the home of material nature, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 14.3. After each annihilation of the material creation, all the living entities are merged within the body of the creation. They are again impregnated within the material energy. In material existence, therefore, the material energy is seemingly the mother of the living entities, and the Lord is the father. When, however, the animation takes place, the living entities revive their own natural activities under the spell of time and energy, and thus the varieties of living beings are manifested. The Lord, therefore, is ultimately the cause of all animation in the material world. The expansions of the planetary system within each and every universe are situated in the different parts of the Virat Rup, universal form of the Lord, and they are described as follows. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देव श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण। Today we continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, Chapter 5, the cause of all causes, and we try to understand Shloka Kramanka 34 and 35. Here they describe about the uh, how the universes remain in the causal ocean thousands of years, thousands of eons within the water of the causal ocean. And after the Lord of living beings entering in each of them and caused them to live many uh, animated. Here they compare in this Purport Prabhupada comparing the relation of the Supreme Lord and Jivas, living entities, to the Father and the Son. Here they told about that Garbhodakshai Vishnu uh, uh, enters as Hiranyagarbha super soul into each and every universe and causes animated them. Then in 1535 shloka, they describe about the Mahavishnu. Though he is living on the causal ocean, he came out of it and dividing himself as Hiranyagarbha and enter into each universe and assumed the Virat Rupa. And Virat Rupas with the thousand is means Virat Rupa have thousands of legs, arm, mouth, and heads. Every part of the Virat Rupas comparing expansions of the planetary system within each and every universe, and they compare every part of Virat Rupas. This Brahmanda's planetary system is 14 lokas. Uh, what is the uh, legs? What is the chest? of comparing the Virat Rupa's every part to how that is Prabhuji will tell us in nicely. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhya kripa sindhubhe evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vishnubhyo namo namah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So today we are finishing that part of this chapter where Brahmaji answers Yatah Srishtam. So we saw the Karana Srishti, and today we finish the narration of Karya Srishti. And what would begin now is Virat Roop and its description. What Brahmaji has informed Naradji today is the initial part, that how each of the universe is created, and Mahavishnu, who is there in the causal ocean, is now entering each of the universe as Garbhadakshay Vishnu or Hiranyagarbha as mentioned here. And when he is entering into each universe, what is the form he is assuming? He is assuming the form of the Virat Roop. So we had got the introduction to Virat Roop earlier. Now more details of Virat Roop will start from this shloka, the second next shloka, that is tomorrow onwards. The importance of that being that for a neophyte devotee who has not yet accepted the universal supreme position of Kṛṣṇa, who is not yet able to visualize the Dvibhujdhari Shyamasundar Swarup of Kṛṣṇa, to fathom his greatness. So for those, the greatness can be easily understood when they are able to understand the Virat Rupa. So Virat Rupa is not for devotees, it is for those who are not devotees and for those who are on the initial phases of devotion and who have not yet accepted Kṛṣṇa as everything, who have not understood the message of Kṛṣṇa in Bhagavad Gita of Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So why Ekam? Those who don't understand that Ekam, for them Virat Roop is the first step towards higher perfection of devotional service. And that is why at this shloka, the introduction to Virat Roop is starting. And what is the introduction? First, they are talking about the vastness. Thousands of legs, thousands of arms, thousands of mouths, thousands of heads, and unlimited expanse, which cannot be comprehended, which cannot be measured. So, indirectly, what we are seeing is Brahma's humility, that he is accepting Krishna's supremacy, he is understanding that there is a limit to the material attainments, and at the same time, how devotional achievements are infallible. And that is why the first understanding which comes out of these shlokas today is the infallibility of a devotee who is anchored in Krishna's service. As you all know, Brahma is the authority and he has the greatest of spiritual standings. Vedic wisdom stands infallible because it originates from the Supreme Lord and it is transmitted directly straight into the heart of Lord Brahma, the most perfected living entity. And that is why we have this um, usage आदि ब्रह्म हृदय है, ब्रह्म हृदय कवय है. So Brahma's words are flawless. Why? Because they stem from transcendental Vedic knowledge, which is received directly from Kṛṣṇa. And he expressed his realizations through Brahma-saṁhitā, where he is proving his unwavering devotion. As in all the stanzas, he is explaining, he is reinforcing govindam ādi-puruṣaṁ tam ahaṁ bhajāmi. So, due to his earnest acceptance of the lotus feet of Lord Govinda, his position is very exalted. All his actions, words, thoughts, they are spiritually perfect. What this indirectly also achieves is it underlines the spiritual authority as ultimately a fruit of realized devotion, not just scholarship or position. See, Brahmaji is an authority because he got the knowledge from Kṛṣṇa, he assimilated it, and he actually implemented it by accepting Govinda as the Adi-Puruṣ and then constantly being in trance, meditating upon the lotus feet of Govinda. So it's a realization which has achieved out of devotion, and that is why he is a spiritual authority. Simply scholarship or position will never give rise to spiritual authority. So this is a very important output from this first shloka. And there's also another, that the devotee's position is of a perfection. Brahmaji is a devotee, and a devotee is protected and empowered by the Lord to remain infallible. The Lord reciprocates fully with those who serve him without deviation. And that is why, for all such devotees, the spiritual potency transfers, especially to the sincere devotees' actions, making them transcendental in quality and result. So Brahmaji is able to narrate about the origins, about the truth, the absolute truth, because Krishna's transcendental powers have been transferred to him. And we have the recent example of Abhacharnarinda, His Divine Grace Abhacharnarinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, wherein Lord especially empowered him due to his surrenderance, due to his sincerity, and due to his completely following the instructions of his spiritual master. And the result was that he was able to convert hippies into happies and spread the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to every nook and corner of the world, and was successful in establishing over 108 temples of sincere service to Govinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the power of devotion over intellectualism. There have been so many intellectuals in the history of the mankind, but then they were never successful. But a devotee is always successful. Just today morning we were doing the seventh canto in Hindi, and we were discussing about Lord Gajendra Moksha story. How after pronounced Sharanagati, Lord Hari immediately comes up to save his devotees. In fact, once the queens of Dwarika, they asked Krishna, Krishna, Draupadi was your sincere devotee, and yet she has to face so much in the assembly of the Kauravas. Why did not you go early and save her? To that Krishna informed, it's not a question of going early. I can go within milliseconds anywhere. The problem is, it takes time for me to start. And I start only when there is complete surrenderance. So initially, Draupadi was trying to protect her modesty on her own. And I was watching. But when she realized that there is no one else but me and completely surrendered unto me and prayed to me, I immediately reached and I saved him, saved her. So this is the power of devotion, of complete surrenderance. No amount of scientific speculation or material knowledge can replace sincere devotion, which connects us with the absolute truth. Mere mental speculations, they may be profound, but they lead to failure if they are not linked with Supreme Lord. A grain of devotion is far more valuable than tons of faithless intellectualism. Because a devotee understands Krishna like no one else, and Krishna accepts to be bounded by a devotee's love and no one else. So it's a unique proposition of give and take. And a devotee also utilizes the material world for Krishna. He uses everything in the service of the Lord. On the other hand, the impersonalists, they denounce. But a devotee does not renounce, but spiritualizes material things by doubting them in service. Example, whatever is cooked, so many palatable, thousands and thousands of dishes all over the world, they are offered as food to Krishna and then accepted as prasadam. So bhakti is the path to liberation and success. True success means surrendering all desires and engaging in pure devotional service, ananya bhakti. Like Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita 9 chapter 31st shloka, that my devotee never perishes. The Lord guarantees spiritual safety and success to the devotee. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वश्व शांति निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त pranashyati. So Krishna is saying he quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Na me bhakta pranashyati. So pure devotee is nishkam, desiring nothing but to please Krishna, and thus experiences perfect peace and fearlessness. Even in hell, a pure devotee transforms the atmosphere into Vaikuntha by constant remembrance and service to the Lord. Just like a tightrope walker, the devotee must remain vigilant, not to divert resources or efforts for personal sense gratification. That is very important. And Brahmaji accepts. Brahmaji's admission is there that material qualifications cannot reveal the Lord. There is a limit to material attainments. Despite being the greatest living being, expert in Vedic knowledge, austerity, mystic yoga, self realization, Brahma confesses he cannot understand the Supreme Lord fully. So these qualifications only qualify one for devotion, but by themselves are insufficient to comprehend Krishna. Bhakti. is the key to spiritual realization. The only way to know Lord is through heartfelt eagerness to serve. Hrudau outkuntyavatah. So we have studied this previously. As mentioned even in Bhagavad Gita 18.54 and 55, self-realization leads to bhakti, and through bhakti the Lord is known in truth. So bhakti is always empowered over Vedantic scholarship. Brahma passes all Vedantists in knowledge and realization, yet cannot understand Krishna without bhakti. Vyasdev compiled Srimad Bhagavatam inspired by Narada to truly explain the import of Vedanta. This is the devotion to the Lord. But Krishna can only be known by his grace. As per Katha Upanishad 1.2.23, the Lord reveals himself only to one whom he chooses. Yam evaisha vrunute tena labhyah tashresa atma vivrunute tanum swama. One who is fully surrendered and engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord can understand the Supreme Lord. Even in Bhagavad Gita 10.10, Krishna says that those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. And this is possible because Maya cannot cover the Lord, though it has covered the jivas. Krishna is like the sun and Maya is like a cloud that can obscure him from our vision, but not from reality. Just like a cloud can pass away and reflect the sun, similarly, a devotee who serves with love and devotion can pierce the veil of the Maya. So, these two shlokas are very important for us. Srila Prabhupada taught that success in Krishna consciousness does not come from Sanskrit scholarship but from dedicated service, chanting, hearing, prasadam, sankirtan. Service is time sensitive and specific. So a real devotee looks for opportunities to serve, not excuses. The greatest spiritual accomplishment is to engage all life energies in Krishna's service without desire for personal recognition, liberation, or sense enjoyment. Just like in Bhagavad Gita 7.26, Krishna says, I know everything, but me no one knows. Ved aham samatitani vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. And when Kunti Maharani offers complete devotional surrenderance, which you have seen in Bhagavatam, first canto, 15th chapter, 33rd shloka. And the Lord chooses whom to reveal himself to. Nayam atma pravachanena labhya na bahuda shrutena. The Lord is not attained by expert explanation, by vast intelligence, nor even by much hearing. He is attained only by one who himself chooses. To such a person, he manifests his own form. So let us take this all and try to concentrate more on our sadhana to be successful in the life. Thank you very much.